You've taken every INTJ test. You get the memes. But something still feels a little off. You absolutely connect with the strategic, big-picture mind, but you find yourself more empathetic, more tuned into the emotional frequency of a room than the stereotypes suggest. You felt like an outsider, even among the outsiders. If this sounds familiar, it's not because you're some kind of broken INTJ. You might just be a specific variation known as the Harmonizing INTJ. And today, we're going to uncover the 7 signs that point to it, and why this is secretly your greatest strength. For years, the INTJ has been painted as the cold, calculating, hyper-logical architect. And while there's some truth to that, it's a pretty incomplete picture. The world of personality theory is always evolving, moving beyond simple 4-letter codes into more nuanced frameworks. One interesting, though less common lens is the DCNH subtype system, which comes from socionics theory and gives us 4 flavors of each type: dominant, creative, normalizing, and harmonizing. It's not part of the official MBTI, but it offers a fascinating way to look at why 2 people with the same type can seem so different. The Harmonizing INTJ is probably the most misunderstood of them all. This isn't about changing your core type. Your primary cognitive tools are still introverted intuition, NI, and extroverted thinking, TE. Instead, it's about how those functions express themselves, creating a profoundly different kind of INTJ. If you've ever felt like you operate on a different wavelength, even from other masterminds, you're in the right place. Let's get into the signs. Sign 1. You prefer complex networks to linear steps. The first and most telling sign of a harmonizing INTJ is a fascinating mental preference. You're not a fan of simple, linear thinking. While a typical INTJ is known for logical, step-by-step execution, your mind may not naturally work that way. It's not that you're illogical, far from it. It means your brain is wired for a different kind of complexity. Instead of a straight line, your thoughts are better described as intricate, interconnected networks. You might visualize it as a huge mind map, where every idea connects to dozens of others. This allows you to think circles around almost anyone on subjects you've deeply internalized. But ask you to follow a simple 10-step recipe for the first time, or deal with routine procedural tasks that are new to you, and you can feel surprisingly lost. It's a paradox. You can map out a decade-long corporate strategy in your head, but get tripped up by mundane, linear tasks that others find easy. This is because your mind trades broad, generalized processing for incredible depth in the areas you're passionate about. Sign 2. You're a hyper-specialist, not a jack-of-all-trades. That unique cognitive style leads directly to the second sign. You're a hyper-specialist. While many INTJ can be strategic generalists, applying their logic to a wide range of problems, the harmonizing INTJ's power is more concentrated. You don't just have interests, you build entire mental ecosystems around them. This is why you might perform at a world-class level in a few niche areas, like composing music, theoretical physics, or a specific coding language, while feeling almost clueless in others. It's a trade-off. You sacrifice the ability to easily handle a broad range of general tasks for an unparalleled level of sophistication in your chosen domains. This can make you seem odd even to other INTJ. They might wonder why you can debate ancient philosophy, but can't figure out a new software everyone else has picked up. It's because that new information doesn't have a place to land in your complex, pre-built mental architecture yet. Sign 3. You're more empathetic and reflective than the stereotype. Here's a big one that causes many harmonizing INTJ to question their type. You feel things more deeply than the cold robot stereotype would suggest. You're more sensitive, more reflective, and more emotionally attuned. This doesn't mean you lead with your feelings like an INFJ. It means your third function, introverted feeling, FI, which is all about personal values and deep-seated emotions, has a stronger influence on you. This heightened empathy makes you one of the most value-driven and principle-based of the INTJ subtypes. It's a core reason why harmonizing INTJ sometimes mistype as INFJ. You feel the pull of harmony and the weight of others' emotions, but your problem-solving is still rooted in the logical frameworks of extroverted thinking, TE. You don't just feel for people. You feel a deep, driving need to build systems and structures that will harmoniously benefit them. Your empathy isn't just a feeling, it's fuel for your strategic mind. Sign 4. Your social life is curated, not casual. The stereotypical INTJ can be socially reserved, but often learns to play the game when necessary. The harmonizing INTJ, on the other hand, can find casual socialization downright painful. It's not that you're awkward, it's that small talk feels like a completely alien language that doesn't compute with your deep, specialized way of thinking. Because of this, your social strategy is all about deliberate curation. You're not trying to be the life of the party. You're searching for deep, meaningful connections. When faced with a social situation that requires superficial interaction, you might seem to shut down or become non-reactive. This isn't arrogance, it's a cognitive reality. Your brain is a high-powered, specialized engine, and it's not built for idling in the parking lot of casual chit-chat. You seek out people who can engage with you on a meaningful level, who appreciate the complex world you've built inside your mind. This means your social circle is likely small, but incredibly deep. You don't collect acquaintances. You curate a council of trusted minds. If you're nodding along and these signs are hitting close to home, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that this kind of in-depth look at personality is valuable, and it helps other INTJ who feel just as misunderstood find their way here. Your support is a huge help. Now let's get back to the signs. Sign 5. You feel like an old soul. Another interesting pattern is that harmonizing INTJ traits often become more pronounced with age, sometimes really showing up in one's 40s, 50s, or beyond. This isn't a hard and fast rule, but it points to a deeper truth. It takes time to build such intricate mental worlds. Those complex, interconnected networks aren't developed overnight. They're the result of decades of deep thought and experience, while younger INTJ are often busy building their foundational knowledge. The harmonizing INTJ has had more time to refine and reinforce their unique cognitive patterns. This can make you feel like an old soul, someone who has been on a long, solitary intellectual journey and has arrived at a few core truths that now anchor your worldview. This developmental path contributes to your hyper-specialization. You're not just a thinker. You are a living, curated library of profound knowledge, and that library took a lifetime to build. Sign 6. You have a paradox of openness. Harmonizing INTJ can sometimes appear closed-minded, which is a confusing label for a type driven by introverted intuition, INI, a function all about exploring possibilities. But this is the paradox. Your seeming lack of openness isn't from stubbornness. It comes from the fact that your brain is already running an incredibly complex operating system. Staying open to all new information can be a real struggle, because every new piece of data has to be integrated into your already dense mental networks. If the information doesn't easily fit, your brain's first reaction isn't to create a new folder. It's to rigorously question the data's validity, because it doesn't align with the sophisticated system you've spent years building. You're not actually closed to new ideas, but you demand that they be strong enough to withstand the tests of your existing mental architecture. You're not just collecting miscellaneous bricks. You're looking for precisely cut stones that fit a grand cathedral. Sign 7. Your drive is for systemic harmony, not just efficiency. While all INTJ use extroverted thinking, TE, to create order and efficiency, the harmonizing INTJ applies this drive in a unique way. Your ultimate goal isn't just to make a system work. It's to make a system work harmoniously for the benefit of people. Your value-driven nature, powered by your well-attuned Phi, gives your T a sense of purpose that goes beyond mere productivity. You want to build systems in a company, a community, or a relationship that are not only effective, but also just, fair, and contribute to human flourishing. This is the quiet reformer within you. You may not be the one leading the charge with a megaphone, but you are the one in the background, redesigning the very architecture of a system to create better outcomes for everyone. You see the big picture, the grand narrative of how things could be, and you feel a deep personal responsibility to help build that better, more harmonious world. The game changer, why this all matters. So you're a nonlinear, hyper-specialized, empathetic, and socially selective INTJ. You might have seen these traits as bugs, as proof you weren't a real INTJ. But here's the game changer. These are not bugs. They are features of a highly advanced and uniquely powerful mind. Being a harmonizing INTJ means you have a rare combination. The deep analytical power of an INTJ, blended with a level of empathy and systemic awareness that many others lack. This makes you uniquely suited for roles that require both profound intellectual depth and a nuanced understanding of the human element. Think of a psychiatrist who sees the deep patterns in a patient's life and feels the weight of their experience. Think of a systems architect designing a social program who can build an efficient framework without ever losing sight of the people it's for. Your preference for networked thought is a sign your mind is built for higher dimensions of thinking. Your social selectivity ensures your energy is saved for connections that truly matter. Your empathy doesn't make you a feeler. It gives your powerful INTJ engine a worthy direction. You are the bridge between complex systems and human values. You are the eccentric visionary, the architect of a more harmonious future. Embracing your identity as a harmonizing INTJ isn't just about self-acceptance. It's about unlocking your true potential. It's about understanding that your unique wiring isn't a flaw to be fixed, but a gift to be wielded. Being a harmonizing INTJ means you've likely walked a path that few understand. You're a strategist with a heart, a logician with a soul. Your journey has been about integrating the seemingly contradictory parts of yourself into a powerful whole. The signs we've talked about today aren't a diagnosis. They're a confirmation of your rare and valuable way of being. Your complexity is your strength. Your depth is your power. Own it. Which of these signs hit home for you the most? Was there a moment in this video that felt like someone was finally describing your mind? Share your experience in the comments below. I read every single one, and your stories help all of us build a better map of this fascinating personality landscape. And if this brought you some clarity, subscribe and turn on notifications for more deep dives into personality, psychology, and discovering who you truly are. Until next time, stay true to your complex, brilliant, and harmonizing self.